Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to replace the transmission fluid and the transmission fluid filter on this Mercedes from 2002 w203 generation. This service must be done in average between 60 and 80,000 miles in order to keep the transmission on top condition. So first step is to buy an 120 cm aftermarket dipstick for the transmission fluid and check the quality of the existing fluid. If the color of the fluid is pretty dark and let's say you have problems with the transmission, then a fluid change will not repair your transmission. And even if you do a transmission fluid flush, then that might clog up the transmission and make it go bad even more. Let's say if your fluid looks good, the transmission works fine and you want to do a fluid flush, then that will be the best maintenance for your transmission if you want to invest in your car. But since a flush can only be done with professional equipment and it can cost a bit, the only option left is to do a fluid change yourself. So instead of paying 400 euros for a fluid flush with a dealership, you can buy the stuff you need for around 100 euros and, for example, do a fluid change 2 times and save 200 euros. So in order to do that, you have to purchase 6 liters of fluid suitable for 722.6 Mercedes Benz transmission, transmission fluid filter, gasket for the pan, a dipstick, a funnel and brake clean. Now, in order to do this job safely without stress and without damaging the transmission, you must add the exact amount of fluid back after you remove the old one. To do that, I found 3 very simple steps to follow. Number 1, check the fluid level on the flat surface with the engine cold and possibly take a picture of it or note it on the paper. Number 2, check the fluid level on the flat surface with the engine hot, and as point 1, remember the level of the fluid. And number 3, measure the exact amount of fluid you removed. After you collect this intel, you will have 3 ways to double check if the new fluid you add is on the correct level. But let's say if your transmission was leaking and you fix the leak, you might have to double check with the dealership the correct level, which should not cost that much. So after you lifted the car from the front and back, you can place a breaker bar against the seat to hold the brakes, especially if you are going to use ramps. Then under the car there is a plastic cover to remove in order to get full access to the transmission panel. Next, with some protective glasses for your eyes and an 8mm socket, undo the bolts of the cover. Once the cover is off, you can use a 5mm hex to open the drain bolt and catch the fluid in the container. In my situation, the drain bolt is very rusted and it cannot be opened even with some special bolt extractors I had, so there are only 2 options left. First is to remove and replace the transmission panel with a new one, which has of course a new drain bolt. And the second option is to drill a hole into the old panel, then use a bolt with some washers to tight and seal the hole. Since I chose to try and drill the old panel and reuse it, I will first check if all the 6 bolts on the side of the panel will open, because if the rest of the bolts are rusted and can't be opened, drilling a hole in the panel will just leave me with the fluid out and the hole in the transmission. So after I checked all the 6 bolts around the panel and they were able to be loosened, I will use a 5mm drill and begin to make a hole in the panel. If you have to do this, try to not push that much the drill when the hole is almost ready, because that might hit the modulator at the bottom. Now most of the fluid is out. I can safely remove the panel and continue opening these bolts. While the last drops are falling inside the container, I'm gonna go ahead and inspect the panel. As you can see, I managed to make the hole right through the magnet, but it's alright, I did not damage it or something. You can see all this black, it's normal. You want to inspect it for big parts of metal or something that indicates that the transmission is damaged. So I'm gonna go ahead and use plenty of paper towel. I'm gonna remove this old gasket. I'm gonna spray some brake clean on the magnet. Alright, now the panel is clean inside and outside. I've got here the magnet and the bolt which I'm going to use to seal that hole over there. The bolt with an aluminium washer. There we go. It goes quite hard, which I want. there will be less chance for leaks. Now, since the bolt is out, on the other side I'm going to apply some silicone. Now I can tighten in the nut. It looks quite good, and I don't think it's gonna leak, or at least it will not leak in such way that will damage the transmission while I'm going on a highway or something. And I will definitely check it regularly for a couple of weeks from now. Hopefully you will not need to drill any holes and your drain bolt will come out easy. Next, you can clean the side where the gasket goes. Then remove the filter and expect some extra fluid to come out. The new filter must have a rubber ring gasket around the tube and a little pin which goes on the modulator. It's a small hole, but it's quite easy to spot it. Next, after the panel is cleaned and I tighten in the bolt, or in my case I install a new bolt, I'm gonna place also the gasket, which will go only in one way, so you cannot install it in the wrong position. It just slides in. As you can see, there is a gap over here which will go on the panel. Very simple. Now I will just basically place back the panel, and I'm gonna screw in a couple of bolts. After you tie these 6 bolts in crisscross pattern with a wrench, you can torque them down to 10 foot-pounds. Now, since you are done with the fluid panel, you can go ahead and add the new transmission fluid. First, add a little less than you removed. Then start the car. Check the temperature of the engine in order to do a correct comparison between the old level and the new level. Then you can go through the gears to make the fluid move inside the transmission. Always try to fill up less oil than needed, since adding more fluid it's easier than removing some. Finally, you can take the car for a test drive. Then double check the level of the fluid and add more if needed. And once everything is done, you can add this one-time use red pin which seals the cap on the transmission filler. Alright guys, the job is done. Thanks for watching. If you are new to this channel and you like cars like me, make sure that you subscribe and stay tuned. And until next time, drive safe and I will see you soon.